Now we have, what time is it? We basically have a half an hour to talk about something that we talk about on all the summits, which is this amazing company. I know that I'm probably going to be missing a whole ton of them, but I did want to also talk about these two products because we don't always talk about them. But APLGO is a company that has worked out very nicely for me. In fact, thank you, APLGO. I'm about to board a plane in a couple of weeks for my 5th trip. Now, that's my 5th trip with the company in just under 3 months, because I'm trying to figure out how long I've actually been. It's more than 2.5 years, but it's not yet 3 months, 3 years. In less than 3 years, I have won 7 trips, but I didn't go on 2 of them. So 5 trips in less than 3 years. That's outstanding. So I am going on a cruise to Greece. So we're going to spend a couple of days in Athens first, and then we're boarding a ship. And it's going to be 7 days, basically. It's a 7 day. Well, it's actually 8, but I know that it's going to be done in the morning on the 8th day. So I just say 7 days, but 7 days of Greece, and we have one day in Italy too. So it's going to be exciting. And this company does not cheap out. So we get balcony rooms. We don't get just regular rooms. We get balcony rooms. So I'm super excited. And so I do want to talk a little bit about the product because the 3 of us are all doing it. And both of these ladies are on my team and they're absolutely amazing. So we thought we'd give you some testimonials about really amazing things that we have done. So not only is the compensation package really great, which is at 63%, and I don't want to get into the whole thing, but it does pay quite well. The trips are outstanding. I mean, I've been to Cancun, Dominican, oh my gosh, Arizona, Dubai, which was an amazing trip also. That was the first trip I won. Can you imagine? I joined the company in the last week of November. And by February, I won a trip to Dubai. And by March, I won a second trip, for a second person. And I was just like, wow, I'm going to like it here. And all with a product that is absolutely amazing. So here's 2 products that I can't seem to obviously hold in my hands. But so I am not diabetic, but I am insulin resistant. And as long as I keep an eye on it, I'm generally good. But sometimes stress, and sometimes you go and you work a festival for the whole weekend and you end up eating some junk food. So this is my new best friend. So NRM actually helps to bring down your blood sugar and helps to balance it out, and all while tasting like a candy and also being packaged like a lozenge. So that's basically what they are. And they're all made from the DNA of the plant, and they're all infused with negative ions, and they are up to 100% absorbability. And so it's absolutely amazing because it's basically a candy that you would suck on, and it works through the mucosal membrane in your mouth, and it goes right into your bloodstream and just heals quick, which seems to be the vibe for everything these days, right? Like everything is AI. Let's do this fast. Let's do that fast. Let's faster cars, faster this. Everything's fast, right? The other product I do want to talk about, because I did end up selling a lot of these this weekend and I didn't really know. So, not to mention it's HRT. So it's heart. It stands for heart. So it's all about the heart. So if you have had I have a friend who had a heart attack when she was quite young. So this works really well for her. I don't so much have heart issues as just circulation issues, maybe more so, which I had some when I was little as a child, but also now because I'm sitting a lot at work. I'm at the computer an awful lot. So this helps with circulation. And also if anyone has high blood pressure, it helps to help balance it out. They all taste good. This is, what they look like. They come in various colors, and they're pretty, and they taste great, and you should take them because they're absolutely amazing. And if you're looking for a side hustle, this is the perfect, to me, this is the perfect job. I sometimes make more money with my side hustle than I do with my full-time job. So anyway, my full-time job is also being an entrepreneur and doing other things. So with that, I'm going to stop talking for a little while so you can hear other people's voice. So we'll have Rosemary chime in and say hello, and then we'll have Amanda chime in and say hello. Go for it.
Good morning or good afternoon now. I'm not sure where we're at, but thank you, Marianne, for this beautiful time allowing us to talk about our products or our services, whatever they are. As Marianne has brought up, I too was brought into the fold under the APLGO line of nutritional drops. And like everybody, you kind of start out being very pessimistic, cautious. Is this really going to work? And you want to test it. And the couple that I tested first were related around bone and pain, bone health, inflammation, as I had a lot of difficulty in the past with poor bones and circulation and stuff, and a lot of pain. So I tried these, and Marianne always loves me to tell my initial story on this. But like I said, I come in with not sure about it. Well, I decided to take these two products. These are the ones right here. Let me put those up. SLD and STP. SLD is for inflammation and joints, and the SLT is for pain and pain management. On a particular occasion, I was looking to update my dress and my clothing. And what I didn't mention is that because of my bone health, I never wore heels. Well, on this particular occasion, I decided I was going to invest in a pair of beautiful heels that I absolutely fell in love with, and thought, okay, I'm going to try them. I'll see how long they take, and maybe I can manage about an hour in heels. It was the first time in many, many, many years. And I went to this event, and like a lot of events, you're standing, you're sitting, you're walking, you're talking, you're doing a lot of things. And it was a busy day, and I totally forgot that I was even wearing the heels, but I'd also taken those drops before I left, just to clarify that. And it wasn't until mid-afternoon that someone had brought it to my attention that they had never seen me in heels before, and how fabulous I looked in heels, and I should do it more often. It wasn't until that point that I realized I was still wearing the heels. So as far as pain and stress and ankle pain, there wasn't any. Yes, I will admit there was a strain because I'd been in them all day long, but that's a normal strain. But I was totally sold on the products just based on that alone. I take many other different products for different other things that I'm dealing with. And as Marianne mentioned, the NRM, that was for my immune system. And I take a few of them, and I swear by them. I absolutely love them, and they do work. They also, as a little side note that wasn't mentioned, is that they're sweet, they're fruity, no sugar. And if you're like me and you want that little bit of sweet after a very savory meal, pop a couple of those in your mouth and you'll have forgotten about dessert altogether. So for me, it's a dessert replacement. I love it, and I use it every day. Thank you. Thank you, Marianne.
I know I forgot to always mention that I'm a bit of a sugaraholic, and this really quenches my sugar cravings sometimes, like if I'm dieting and whatever. And we have a great weight loss product that I have lost 13 pounds with in 1 month. So it does go into the visceral fat and it eats away at the visceral fat. So just to mention, Rosemary said there's no sugar. There technically is not any sugar, but it is sweetened with beetroot sugar, and which is not sugar, but beetroot and molasses. So I don't know if you know, but molasses has, I don't even know what the number is, but it's several nutrients in it. I'm sure somebody will look it up at some point and let me know what that is, but several nutrients in molasses. So at the end, in order to make them, so what happens is they never actually expire unless you were going to leave them somehow in the burning sun. And then they might actually adhere to the package. And then I'm not sure what they would look like, but they actually never expire. So what they did was they just ever so slightly, I believe they either brush it or they just spray like not even barely a gram, not even like a milligram or whatever the smallest amount is of sugar, just to keep it in the package and keep it from going bad. So it literally never, ever expires. Now we are required to put an expiry date on it because Health Canada requires it. And so we have done that, but they really never go bad. And we've had kids accidentally eat an entire box and nothing happens. We've had, animals go into it. I don't know about the ladies here, but I definitely give it to my dog. I give him several different kinds. So like yesterday, he went in for grooming. And if you're lucky like me to have, actually, that's my dog's name, Lucky. He is a little rascal. So I have to actually give him the Relax, which is to calm the nervous system. That's what we use for people who are depressed or suffer from anxiety, or people who can't fall asleep and can't sleep easily and effortlessly. So I gave him 2 of those yesterday. So that's, he takes those. Sometimes if I have to leave him a little bit longer here, I give him a Relax, but I give him the MLS, which is also for, if anyone's got a box of MLS handy, feel free to show it. There it is. MLS is one of my favorite products because I'm going to say it. It kills off parasites, and it kills off a lot of them, 250 different kinds and then some. And so I use that for my dog, because if you have a dog or a pet and you love to hug and kiss them, trust me, you have parasites, and you have parasites anyway. So besides that, so this actually helps to clean up, and balance out the microbiome. So you want this if you're trying to lose weight. You want this, period, because if you have like a puffy belly, this is your new best friend. Puffy belly, meet MLS. You are no longer puffy. It's just the way it is. I also give Lucky, I wonder if I have one somewhere. Here it is. This is our newest one. So Lucky is 11. I want him to live forever. This is a stem cell regenerator and a telomere extender. I can't say enough about this product. I can't pinpoint exactly what has healed up inside of my body. All I know is since I've been taking this, I feel better. I feel stronger. The end. That's it. That's the product. I believe it comes in a color similar to this. It tastes like mango. It tastes absolutely amazing. All of our products taste amazing. All of them have an anti-inflammatory component to them. Ashwagandha is one of our number one products. It's in so many of our products. I don't even know. We've got ginger. They're all natural. They're halal. They're kosher. They're vegan. If you're worried about any of that, this is all covered. So with that, I am now going to pass you over to Amanda so she can share her story.
Thank you, Marianne, for having me. So I started on this product probably, I would say, just over a year ago, and I absolutely love it. And when I first had started connecting with Marianne about the product, some of the things that I had struggled with was I consumed way too much sugar, and I was drinking a ton of energy drinks, and I had this belly because of the way I was consuming caffeine and sugar and just not balancing that out. So Marianne was like, well, why don't you just try this and let's see what happens. So I did, and I really wasn't thinking a lot was going to happen with this product at all. And so I started with the STP and the GTS, and these are two of my favorites. I was able to get off of the energy drinks completely. I don't have a belly at all. My weight and my metabolism is actually back to normal. And I did take the MLS quite regularly, and I do take the Happy. So as I kept taking the products, I kept getting better results. The more that I tried and the more that I took of them, I felt better. And so this one I will always rave about because this is our Happy HPY product. And if you're a female and you suffer from like menstrual symptoms, it's a really, really helpful product. It makes it a lot better every month, that's for sure. And this one also helps with mood and balancing your metabolism, which is probably why my metabolism is so great now. So before I would eat and my stomach would get inflamed, it would swell out, probably parasites too. So the MLS kind of helped with that. And the HPR, which is the blue box. I just am looking for that one. But that one is awesome too. And it clears out the liver and just detoxes the body, helps with blood purification, like all this really great, amazing things. But the reason why I love the product mostly is because I've done a lot of diets. I've taken a lot of different supplements. I worked at a health food store for a while, so I've done a lot of different things. And I'm a busy mom with 3 kids and a business and a multitude of other hats, probably like everybody else. And I couldn't commit to a diet. I couldn't commit to drinking shakes multiple times a day. I couldn't commit to going to the gym multiple times a day. So for me, this product was a dream because it's literally just a candy. It's not a huge commitment, and the results that you get from it are actually like super amazing because I don't feel tired anymore. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't need to drink 5 cups of coffee a day because I'm crashing out by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So for me, like to have something like this on a busy schedule that I could just like literally just throw in my purse or wherever, take with me wherever, like it's amazing. And I don't need a degree in food science to understand what's actually in this product. It's very like you can look at the ingredients. There is nothing in there that you can't read. Like it's amazing. It's herbs. It's all natural. There's no dyes, no preservatives, no GMOs. Like you know what you're consuming. And the other part of it that I think is absolutely amazing is it's right to your bloodstream and you get immediate results. So you're not spending $20, $25, $30 on 10 different bottles of pills, which gets expensive every month. Because again, I worked at a health food store, so I know what kind of money people are spending on having multiple different bottles of supplements. And again, you also have that commitment piece where you have to remember to take that as well, those 10 different bottles, right? And they all taste gross and they're, kind of yucky. So this for me, like it's going right in. I know it's not getting wasted in the digestive tract. I'm not losing nutrients and I'm not losing what the product's intended to do because it's going right in my bloodstream, which is a common problem with a lot of supplements And I think, you know, to have something that actually tastes good, how can you say no? So, I mean, for me, it's a yes, and I've never stopped. Every month I'm ordering because I enjoy the taste of it and it makes me feel good and I don't have to question it. But when I don't take it, everybody knows. Marianne especially knows when I'm not taking the product. She's like, "Are you taking your jobs?" So they really do work, and I'm so grateful to be able to have this product and be connected to awesome ladies who are working on the same health goals, who are authentic, who do want to see you succeed and do want you to be like your best self. So again, thank you, Marianne, for having me today.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Both of you ladies are awesome. And typically we have even more people here, but there's always something going on. And there's a lot of the ladies are doing, like Julie and Linda are doing trade shows. And, you know, this is huge trade show season because it's fall. So there's a lot of farmers markets and all kinds of different awesome. Oh, and here comes Tammy. I thought she would be on a trip. But I did want to mention, actually, I'm going to let Tammy talk about, I think I can't remember exactly. I know this is one of her products, and I believe this is the other one that she uses the most. So I'm going to let her tell you this, or Tammy, I'm going to let her tell you the story of what happened when she started taking these two products, because she's got a better story than I do. Go for it, Tammy. And thank you so much, Amanda.
Yeah. Oh, first of all, sorry I'm late, and thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be around all of you. Oh my gosh, hugs, kisses. Okay, so getting right into it, these two, Marianne, she introduced me to these vitamin supplements, and I'm like that girl who was like, I don't need anything, I'm good. And then all of a sudden, I started taking them, and I was like, what is going on? And you know, your clothes a little bit looser in certain spots on your body. And it turned out that I lost, no, I don't want to say lost because I'm not looking for it. I reduced about 6.5 inches from taking Grow to boost my immune system. That's what the reason I was taking it, for immunity. And also this for inflammation, because from all the trainings that APLGO has, it tells us that a lot of the challenges that we have is from inflammation. It is any kind of pain, any stiffness. Sometimes we just get so used to it. I was doing stuff, I didn't notice anything, and these two things were supposed to help with that. And I came down like about 6.5 inches just from these two. So the sad reality of it is that they taste so darn good, I can't keep them in the house. I didn't have it yet today. I'm about to pop it right now. And the other thing too that happened, you can't tell with my hair now, but my hair grew. Now I always had a head full of hair. My brother used to sit, and I used to sit on the couch, and he would actually, I would sit on the floor, he would sit on the couch, and he would literally comb my hair as a child. So I have a lot of hair, and it grew more. I've cut it and trimmed it and everything else. So these two I don't go without, especially now this time of year for immunity. Our son is into school, and APLGO had an amazing back to school kit for kids. I made sure to get that, so he has his very own now. Not just using mine anymore. So these are my two. So yeah, so I'm into that. I have a whole bunch of them here. Oh, I can't live without this one. I didn't know I had a problem with focus and clarity until I started taking this here, BRN. And the beautiful thing, another reason why I love APLGO, I can't eat all the foods and ingredients that each one of these provide. There's a long list of foods, people talking about all the things that boost your brain, all the things that boost. There's like over 30 something. I counted one day. I would never be able to eat them all. So guess what? APLGO to the rescue. So that's me. I'm going to take mine right now so I can have focus and clarity. And it helps me to try to figure out where my glasses are. Oh, they're on. No more thinking about where my glasses are, and they're sitting right here. No more walking in the kitchen going, what did I come in here for? And it doesn't have anything to do with age. It has to do with too many things, too many distractions. And this here helps to focus. And guess what? Our 15-year-old, he's got his own package now too.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of students on BRN, especially in exam season, and also just kids in general. I mean, ADD, ADHD, autism, and then on the other spectrum, it'll be on the other side, it'll be dementia. We've had incredible results with those, where people have just gotten just a ridiculous amount of focus back. So it's almost like they've gotten their brains back. And for menopause, oh, come on. Let's just anyone who's in menopause, please. I mean, if you're in menopause and if you don't have brain fog, I don't know who you are. Because let me tell you. But I did want to mention on this, so Grow, this is the one that will make your hair grow. It makes my hair grow almost to the point of problematic. So I used to like put my hair into a ponytail, very sleek, you know, I have really thin hair. I have to spray it down with the hairspray or else. But now I stopped using the hairspray. I don't want to have so many chemicals in my head. So I tried to, now I have to do the sunglass thing because they fit my head really well, but they hide all the little hairs. I have all these little tiny hairs growing. So this product works on so many things inside of your body. I can't even get into it. There's no time. They won an award in 2020 out of 423 products for the best immune booster in 2020 when it was all about the immune system. And this, I don't think I have one client that's not using this. I don't think I have one. Young, old, medium, like it just everything. It's just inflammation rampant, literally everywhere everywhere. I can't even do it. I did want to mention, only because we did speak of the visceral fat. Mm-hmm. This is the one I used. I believe we end up using about 3 or, because it's 30 days. This is 30 days supply inside of here. If you use it 3 times a day, which is what you're supposed to, mm-hmm. It'll be 3 boxes for 1 month. And then you get a little more than a half. So a month and 7 weeks, maybe something like that. They come in packages of 5. So those are amazing. I'm only going to talk about this one for a minute because I ended up selling a ton of these at the Brampton Fair I was just at. So this one comes, and I don't have a handy Power Apricot. These are 2 hormone balancers. This one is for testosterone. The other one is for estrogen. You need both because we all have both. But this is a natural, a little bit slower working than Viagra, but it will happen to do a very similar thing. So we talked a lot about this, and there was a lot of men who ended up buying that. And then there was a lot of women who ended up buying that. I'm going to tell you that I believe it strengthened my bladder, and I don't get up at night as many times. So I used to get up maybe 5-6 times a night. And now maybe once, maybe twice, rarely twice. Like I must have drank a lot of water before that, if that's what that happened. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming. You're welcome to stay. Yeah, we spoke about the SLD. It's an anti-inflammatory. You want to say something else about that one? Yeah, go.
I want to say that I didn't realize how much it relieves pain until my mom, who had knee replacement surgery, and it took her a long time to get up off the couch and using a cane. And after only 2 days of using this, she wasn't using the cane. She was just getting up, and she's like, "Is it because of this?" I said, "Yep." I sound like Marianne right now, but yep, it definitely is. So I just wanted to share that.
You're muted, Marianne.
So I use SLD for planes now. I don't go on a plane without it. So I take it right before I'm about to board, or sometime soon. And then I take it, depending on how long the trip is, I take it maybe 2 more times. And I get off the plane and I'm not swollen. My feet aren't swollen. Everything is all good. My face isn't all swollen. My fingers aren't hot dogs. It's really good. And because where there is pain, there for sure is inflammation. And so when someone tells me pain, you have to take the STP and the SLD together for optimal results. Now, maybe in some cases, just the STP will work, and maybe in some cases, just the SLD will work. But these are the two if you have pain. That was probably my number one seller at the event, for sure. It's probably my number one seller. I did want to mention this. I don't want to exclude it only because it's September. This is the product that made me want to join the company more than ever. And this is the product, and this is the reason. I had horrifying seasonal allergies, and I was taking something over the counter that you could buy at a drugstore that wasn't really good for you. And I don't want to say the name, but it's a famous allergy relief. It does take down inflammation. It does work, but taking that 3 times a day for 3 whole months in the spring and 2 whole months in the fall was exhausting and never good for my liver. And then I discovered these, and I absolutely took over one of these 3 times a day. That's what I did instead of the other one. And that was for the first year. The following year, I took less. I maybe took 1 or 2, depending on how bad the day was. And this year in spring, I am happy to report that I barely used. So keep in mind, 3 of these boxes a month for 3 months is 9 boxes. This year in 3 months, I barely used 2 boxes, barely. Honestly, I think I really just used 1, and it was on a couple of really rough days. And maybe, because a lot of everything has to do with your immune system, and a lot of everything has to do with your microbiome. So when you clean up your microbiome, that's where the MLS comes in handy. That's where all of that comes in handy. So when you clean that up, your allergies are much better. When your immune system is stronger. So, if you're not sleeping or you're working, sometimes my schedule gets away from me, especially in the spring, because it's hot real estate season. So that's it. That's what I'm going to tell you. And that brings us to our conclusion of our APLGO hour. And